I can't believe the words that are about to come out of my mouth, but Marvel Studios has canceled their appearance at San Diego Comic-Con at Hall H this year. And not only did they delay Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, but they canceled 3 upcoming movies and changed the release date of another one. No. Wait. But hold on a minute, player. It's not all doom and gloom. So let's go over why Marvel Studios decided not to show up at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H this year and all of the changes they've made to their upcoming schedule. Because either way, me and you know what we got to do. We got to talk about it. I mean, you know what? Boom! You looking for this? Because according to The Hollywood Reporter, Marvel Studios will not have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H this year. Haha! Mr. Feige, I don't feel so good. But everybody Hakuna Yatada a little bit because I'm going to alleviate your shoulders and that stress you're feeling. Because remember, and in case you didn't know, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars were delayed like 7 months. So now instead of coming out May of 2026 and May of 2027, they both released December of 2026 and December of 2027. Which I saw as an absolute win because it just gives them more time to flesh out their vision.
Execute their vision.
But what a lot of people did not realize from that announcement was that Marvel Studios removed 3 of their movies from their upcoming schedule. Now, they were all untitled projects, but we can pretty much guess which ones they were. And the 3 dates that they had on the schedule was February 13th, 2026, November 6th, 2026, and November 5th, 2027. So originally, these 3 movies were going to take place before, in the middle, and after Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. But now that Doomsday and Secret Wars have both been delayed, all of these upcoming untitled films had to be flipped around. And it is also important to note that Marvel Studios is a part of Disney. So in essence, Marvel Studios has given up these dates to Disney to fill with other movies. Like, for example, The Devil Wears Prada sequel is now taking the place of Avengers Doomsday in May 2026. Are you following so far? Type W attention span if you are. But one date that did not move was July 31st, 2027, which if you've been keeping up, that means the July 31st, 2027 date takes place in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So now let's talk about what movie I think that is and what all of these movies I think were pushed and which ones were probably canceled. So now the biggest question is, what is the movie that's going to be releasing between Doomsday and Secret Wars? This movie is going to have to bridge the gap between most likely a cliffhanger and Doomsday into Secret Wars. Similarly to how we got Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel in between Infinity War and Endgame. And I think there's really only one logical option that makes the most sense. And no, it's not Spider-Man Brand New Day because first of all, this is a Sony product and this movie comes out before Doomsday and Secret Wars now, July 2026. Instead, I feel like it has to be Doctor Strange 3. It's the one that makes the absolute most sense given where Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness left off, with Charlize Theron's Clea popping up out of nowhere and saying, "Doctor Strange, you've caused an incursion. I need you to come with me." Like, bro, that is the precipice for all of the events that's going to happen in Secret Wars. Incursions are one of the biggest plot devices that set that plot in motion. This would also be a great way to explain why Doctor Strange most likely is not in Doomsday, because in case you forgot, Benedict Cumberbatch let it slip that he doesn't think he's in Doomsday, and then he retracted that statement and said, "Wait, I think I am. I don't know." And I mean, with all these dates shifting, I understand it, Benedict. How you like your eggs? Benedict Cumberbatch. But I think a movie centered around Doctor Strange going through different dimensions, watching these different incursions happening, fighting people like Dormammu, Nightmare, Shumagorath, etc., would be a whole lot of fun in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and would help set the table for what most likely is going to be a batshit crazy movie in Secret Wars. And yeah, let's call it Incursions of Insanity because that's fire! Although I will say, I do like Time Runs Out. But either way, if I was a betting man, I feel like we could stamp that July 31st, 2027 date for Doctor Strange 3. Now, another possibility... Yeah, man, Blade, I'm a believer when I see it, bro. I don't think this is a real movie. This is most likely coming out after Secret Wars. I don't think it's been canceled, but it's definitely been shelved for a long time. Poor Mahershala Ali. We're going to see him as an animated version of Blade, who's Moon Knight, before we actually see him in live action. Are you sure you want to do that, Mr. Whitman? Wesley Snipes was cooking when he said there's only ever been one Blade. Only ever going to be one. Boom! You're not looking for this because we are not getting Armor Wars, bro. I'm telling you right now, for some reason, they either canceled this or just forgot about Rhodey, bro. Shit is a shame. It's because he's the most logical Avenger. Shout out my dog, Dylan. This man is the voice of reason. They would pack up Doom like that. Doom! You're looking for this. But I also think a lot of whatever was going to be adapted in Armor Wars has been adapted for Vision Quest. So maybe he could just show up in Vision Quest. That would make a whole lot of sense. I think another solid option for this date could be Shang-Chi 2. I mean, given the fact that I think Shang-Chi is one of the most underrated movies in the entire MCU, it's a banger. And we have not seen that man in 4 years. But given the fact that he has been confirmed for Doomsday and Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of the original Shang-Chi, is now working on Spider-Man Brand New Day, I think this one has kind of been pushed back after Secret Wars. Can we get Iron Fist in number 2? Another option is a Thor 5. And this is just like out of redemption, bro, because look how they massacred my boy and girl. Taika Waititi really went into the kitchen and burned that bitch to the ground. I need a palate cleanser. That shit still tastes like shit in my mouth. And yeah, I know what y'all are probably thinking, and I myself have speculated this, but when Chris Hemsworth put out that message thanking all the fans for his journey as Thor for the past 15 years, we all thought he's cooked in Doomsday and Secret Wars. that I just feel like the timing don't really make sense. Like he could just be celebrating 15 years, or better yet, he could be putting this out publicly to negotiate with Marvel Studios for that fifth Thor movie. And without question, a new director. Now don't forget, we had that report a while ago that legendary director George Miller met with Kevin Feige to discuss directing this fifth Thor movie. And it was said that this meeting was arranged by Chris Hemsworth himself. And it makes a whole lot of sense because if you've seen Furiosa and what he was able to get out of Chris Hemsworth as Dementus in that movie, plus just all the visual flair that George Miller brings to a film, just imagining George Miller cooking up a Thor movie, I need that more than I need air. And it also helps that they're both from Australia, mate. I'm not gonna hold you. I hope they just forget about Hercules. That post-credit scene is ass. Maybe they do the Siege storyline. That would be fire. I mean, really, can we just get Beta Ray Bill in the MCU, man? We've already teased him in Thor Ragnarok. I need him more than I need air. I need that horse face. And shit, even if he dies in Doomsday and Secret Wars, you could just make the fifth Thor movie set in Valhalla. That way the sun can shine on them again, brother. But I still feel like this one comes out after Secret Wars. Another option was Black Panther 3, but again, I'm starting to feel like this one's gonna come out after Secret Wars because we have heard rumors that they're gonna introduce a new Black Panther in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Most likely a grown-up version of T'Challa Jr. And I think they really need to take their time with Black Panther 3. Like, we've already heard that Denzel's going to be a part of this. Give Ryan Coogler some time, especially after what he did with Sinners. Let him get a great creative story and give him a longer leash, please. Give him better CGI too, man. I'm tired of the CGI in these movies not being up to snuff at the end of the film. This is wishful thinking, but I don't think we're going to get the MCU X-Men movie until after Secret Wars. That's going to be a whole new... Like, you can make an entire cinematic universe from just the X-Men, bro. Like, save that for later. You got another 20 years in you with this. Now, in saying all that, just because Marvel Studios won't have a panel at Hall H doesn't mean they're not going to have a strong presence to announce other projects. Don't forget that Marvel has separated into different branches, so we'll probably get something from Marvel Animation, which is usually on the Friday. So we'll most likely get our looks at the Eyes of Wakanda animated series, and listen, I'm excited to find out more of it, because right now I'm kind of meh on it. I feel like they have to give us an update on the Marvel Zombies animated show that's supposed to be TVMA. Like, come on, man. I want to see more. We might potentially get our first look at X-Men 97 Season 2. We'll probably get our first look at Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, since they already showed us that Gwen Stacy will be appearing in the upcoming season. They already have Seasons 2, 3, and 4 mapped out. But outside of that, I feel like we'll probably get footage from Daredevil Born Again Season 2, if not confirmations of other cast members, maybe the Defenders. We already got Jessica Jones confirmed. Come on, man, don't be shy. Give me Finn Jones, give me Mike Coulter, give me Jessica Henwick, all of them. I need the Defenders back. And finally, I feel like they have to show us a better like more footage of Wonder Man, bro. Like, I'm actually really excited for this show. Oh my god, crazy head placement. It's being described as like a Barry-esque show. You got my guy Yahya Abdul-Mateen playing Simon Williams. His brother the Grim Reaper's gonna be in the show, and we got Ben Kingsley reprising his role as Trevor Slattery, struggling actor. Listen, I heard Barry vibes, I'm in. And it was said that there could be other potential surprises being shown at San Diego Comic-Con from Marvel, so I guess we'll all just have to wait and see. But don't be sad because it's not gonna be a strong presence. Just be happy that they're showing up at all. But either way, let me know what you think about this news down in the comments below, and as always, like and follow for more.